Alright, so the Skyrim version of the Creation Club went live a few minutes ago, so I want to talk about it. Full disclosure, I spent some money on this one. I got myself some Bethesda bucks, some Creation Club credits, and I bought myself the zombie survival mode that they've put in the game, which is, you know, the most popular thing I've ever done on my channel anyways, so I figured I would try it. But the reason I bought these credits, because I bought them before I'd even seen this, is that I want to see what the quality of these mods or mini DLCs or whatever you want to call them are. So, since it's now live for Skyrim, and it's got a little bit of different stuff than the Fallout 4 version of the Creation Club did, I want to go through the different tabs and stuff and kind of give my thoughts on the content that is currently available. So starting with the featured tab, of course, it's got the stuff that they want to push the most. Of course, they're putting the free survival mode up front. It's not going to be free forever, so I would advise getting it now. Otherwise, you're going to be spending 800 credits, and that's stupid because you can't buy 800 credits outright. You have to buy either 750 or go all the way up to 1500, and that's stupid and excessive. Made-up currency in games and microtransactions like that, they tend to do that, and that's, to me, completely not acceptable. So, in addition to the survival mode, which offers basically what you've come to expect from Frostfall, iNeeds, and other little free mods that you can get for free if you're on Xbox and PC. I don't know about PlayStation 4 because I've got weird rules involving mods, so I can't really guarantee that free versions for these types of mods are available for PlayStation 4 users. Aside from that, we have a bow. I think that one does like a random chance to do, yeah, it can do like random chances to cast spells on hit, paralyze, silence, demoralize, frenzy, etc. That's worth 400 credits. That's the same amount of money as the zombie survival mode. That's a little bit excessive, I think. And then for a whopping 500 credits, you get the Divine Crusader, which is just the, you know, the Knights of the Nine armor. That's worth that's worth more than half your 750 credit purchase. That's kind of stupid. Okay. Then let's go to apparel. You got two things. You got the Crusader, then you got the arcane accessories. Let's see what that's all about. So it says, from robes that grant spellcasting bonuses to ancient tomes holding powerful spells like Paralysis, Ruin, and Unbounded Frost, this pack will increase any mage's effectiveness. So this is a straight buff. I don't even know if it's stuff that, like, isn't in the vanilla game. It could just be straight, like, you're buying buffs for your character. You can, if you're on PC, by the way, you can just use the console commands. That is a thing that still works. But if you have your 100 free credits, you could get this, I guess, if you wanted to. But to me, that's not really worth it. So let's go over to the... Okay, so the Creatures tab currently only has Plague of the Dead. Now, the weird thing about this one is it says that they appear at night at certain locations and in the world through a quest. That's... I have no idea. I haven't tried this yet. I don't know if it's going to be like a full-on zombie, like, mod that introduces, like, a plague across the entire, like, land of Skyrim. It could just be a couple extra enemies in a dungeon. If that's the case, very disappointing. Okay, so let's go over to gameplay. Survival mode, that's all we got. And then weapons, we have these arcane archer packs. I'm assuming, yeah, so this is basically, okay, so telekinesis arrows, soul stealer arrows, so those will have, like, yeah, those will be, you'll be able to get those into soul gems. And then bound quiver, which is neat, and that there's a little quest involved in that. I'm assuming that's a very small little fetch quest. That costs more than the arcane accessories pack. I would assume that's because they actually added things into the game, where I'm not entirely convinced the arcane accessories one does add anything in, but these types of arrows and stuff are definitely new things that we haven't seen before. And then that's it, other than, I guess, this sword. So, the Chrysamere sword. Known as the Paladin's Blade and Sword of Heroes, this legendary claymore is imbued with powerful magic like fire resistance, spell absorption, and devastating damage. Okay, so that's basically a god mode sword, I'm assuming. Not really a whole lot else to say. That is 300 credits, and I think that's everything that's currently on offer for the Skyrim version of the Creation Club. Overall, that's more or less the same as the Fallout 4 version. There's not a whole lot of difference. I mean, the survival mode is nice, but at the same time, that was a free update for Fallout 4. So I don't really know if that's really gonna make people happy. That's something that they got for free in another game is going to cost over $10 if you live in Canada. I think it's $8 if you live in the US, but I could be totally wrong. And the only other thing that I think might be worthwhile is this Plague of the Dead mod, but that might be because the most popular thing I've ever done involves zombies and horde modes in Skyrim, so it could be me reading into it a lot, and I don't know if that's really the right decision for me to make. So, you've seen all the stuff that's on offer now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Is any of this worth it? And should I spend the rest of my credits getting any of these other mods? If you have an idea, let me know. I am PattyJack. I'll see you next time, and I'm gonna try out this Plague of the Dead mod and see if it's actually worth anything.